anything here that is sort of surprising? Is there anything new that you learned here? Anything that you weren't thinking about today quite as much as anything else?
Maybe moving on to the next thing.
Yeah,
that would stick out to me.
So when you trust your teacher and share these things, you give her really important information that she needs in order to do a better job of sequencing, slowing it down, repeating all that stuff. Now, let's go one step further. Let's think about these big issues of organizing, paying attention, and then these emotional things around being scared, being overwhelmed. Strategies. This could be what we could do together. This could be what you're doing on your own, what somebody else could try. Let's be innovative. You can suggest whatever strategy you want. These are kid-developed strategies.
Each night for like different kinds of homework, I would set appropriate time and not like a I don't know from one time to the next, and for like each subject, and then it just helps me stay on task.
Wow, you do that strategy? Okay, so I think this is cool because if you have a classmate who uses a very specific strategy, setting a timer, just touching on each thing a little bit every day, that's actually a very evidence-based thing that you do. It's one of the most powerful ways you can remember and hold things in your head. And you might have just thought that she was just kind of better at this than you, but in fact she's using a strategy. So who can share another little hack, another little strategy? Thank you for sharing that. How much time in total do you dedicate?
Well, I don't get a lot of homework, so like each night for all my subjects, probably like 20 minutes.
20 minutes isn't that much. So I'm being really specific, so you can try it if you want to. What else? Strategy. Thank you.
Sometimes during class, like while we're working on new worksheets, I'll highlight like the most important parts or those subjects that we like had difficulty with, so I can go back, like talk about it, and yeah.
So highlighting stuff for future you. Highlighting for future you, to help future you. The teachers just talked about a strategy very similar to that. They talked about after you finish working on something, make yourself a little note, this is where I left off, or this is what I was, so you just remember when you go back and study. That's awesome. What else? I wonder if any of the educators have a strategy, I mean, to get us maybe even the ball rolling on emotions. We have the principal of the school in the room, don't we?
No. But someone has the hand up. Just so I know, what would you like me to say?
I want to start with you because
Okay.
because you're such an important leader for us. What do you do when you feel like you have a lot going on? I bet your phone's been buzzing in your pocket just since we've been standing here. So what do you do when you feel overwhelmed that you have so many things on the go?
I will pick out the most important thing that has to be dealt with straight away. So prioritize. Yeah.
Amazing. Pick out one thing and just start on it. Stu.
Like feelings.
Yeah.
Just when you're doing your homework out of heavy semester, you can like start with stuff that'll take the longest time. And then if you need after then have to take like a little break to go eat something or whatever.
Snack break, that's a whole separate thing. I was talking to teachers about this, about how they get all their report card writing done. You know what one of them said? She opens a Lululemon heart with something cheap and but fun, and only lets herself press purchase when she's achieved when she's got all her report cards done. But snack is awesome too. What else do you do to make yourself courageous and strong?
Making a list.
Okay.
And I like to cross things off as I go, so I feel like I've accomplished something.
List of to-dos, boop, 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 that we can cross off. Anything else? Like when you know you have like a Marshall Mathers moment, like I got one shot at this, you know, I wanna go to university, you know. Mom's spaghetti on my sweater already. What do you do in those moments to make yourself brave and courageous and tough? Who's gonna share it?
What I like to do is I like to color code my notes, so I don't use pens, so I just like write like my different colors.
then when I get home, I rewrite it all over again in different colors. It's fun.
So you tap into like joy, fun, playfulness. That really helps your brain go like, don't be afraid, don't be scared. It's almost like our brain, the best parts of our brain are like wings that we can use to chase a goal. And when we're scared, we wrap ourselves up, and with that part of our brain, we protect ourselves. So making it fun is exactly how you build courage. One more courage idea and then we're gonna go.
I mean, sometimes if like I don't understand like the lesson that we had that day, when I go home, I would like watch like a video about that topic.
Yeah. Like just a little secret video. Sometimes I'll ask ChatGPT a million questions. I don't really understand this. Can you help me understand it? It can explain things really well too. There's all kinds of secret tech that can help you get things.
Just to add on to the courage, I had a teacher who pulled out an accordion and started playing it to show us that it was fine to make mistakes in front of the class.
Awesome! Did this person know how to play the accordion at all? Okay,
Yeah.
but just not perfectly. I had a student once who was very, very bright, but very overwhelmed and scared. And she would just shut down. She knew all this science stuff. She's like a science genius, but put a test in front of her and she was like checked out. And I sat with her for a few minutes once, and I started doing a funny voice, like an Einstein voice. Like I started saying, "Oh, this science is very hard. No one could ever do this science." Just silly. And then she started doing it, and we realized actually, her strategy was just to talk to herself in like a German-sounding Einstein voice during a test. And that's what I'm talking about. The sky's the limit, everybody. You can do really hard things. You just need to be aware of what's tripping you up, and you need to just roll up your sleeves and get scrappy and hack those problems and just figure out what does it take for me to succeed. So I want you all to like look at this board now. Everybody pick out one thing that might fit them. And if nothing fits, I want you to think of something else that might fit you. And I just want you to say it quietly to yourself. You're going to make a pledge to yourself that I am not going to tackle my goals with my everyday approach. I'm actually going to tap into a much more heavy-duty strategic part of my brain, and I'm going to crush my goals no matter what they are. Do this all the time. Do this every day with everything. And now we're going to rush down and we're going to do more boring teacher stuff. This was the